Online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Here in the Valley, we didn't have to dream of a white Christmas, and for many of us, we could get even more snow. But just how much snow can we get, and when can we expect it? Let's check in with Nathan for our no-wait weather planner. Nathan, how much snow are we expected to get?
Well, we're expecting to get a couple of inches for most of us, but some areas could see nothing at all to maybe an inch. So we'll talk about that more in detail in just a few seconds. I want to talk about conditions right now. This is a look from our Valley Skycam. This is looking toward the University interchange on I-94. You can barely see it, so that fog is definitely a factor for us, especially here in Fargo. But looking across the region at visibilities, Fargo is the lowest at 3/4 mile visibility. Oaks also is at a 1/4 mile visibility at this hour. And this fog is actually freezing on contact. So that's where we're seeing kind of a glaze of ice on some roadways, and saw some of that hoarfrost, and a lot of photos of that hoarfrost have been sent in to us, which we always appreciate seeing the beautiful frost there. But some advisories are in effect. The purple here is a winter weather advisory. That's for the snowfall we're expecting to begin here in a couple of hours, falling on that glaze of ice that is currently resting on some surfaces, and temperatures well into the 20s to low 30s for most of us. But of course, we will talk, Callie, more in detail about where that heaviest snowfall is expected coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, thank you, Nathan. All units in a condo have been evacuated, and multiple crews are currently working on scene at the Cedar Home condos in the 3000th block of 10th Street North in Fargo for a gas leak. A residential gas line broke below the meter. Crews are currently digging through the frost to get to the line so Xcel Energy can pinch it off. Crews will continue to monitor the area. Stick with Valley News Live for updates on this story. A runaway boy was missing since yesterday morning, and he's been found safe. Adam Nygaard ran away from the 300th block of South University Drive. He wasn't wearing any shoes. Troopers are investigating a deadly crash in Mahnomen County today. The two-vehicle crash happened on Highway 59 at milepost 310 just after 11 this morning. Authorities say a Ford Crown Victoria was traveling northbound on Highway 59 when it lost control. It spun into the southbound lanes of traffic. A Dodge Grand Caravan driving southbound collided with the Crown Victoria. The extent of everyone's injuries are unknown at this time. 2 teens are dead after a crash between the North and South Dakota border. It happened around 9 yesterday morning, northwest of Vedlin, South Dakota, 25 miles northwest of Sisseton. The South Dakota Highway Patrol says the driver of the vehicle lost control and crashed into a tree. An 18-year-old man died on the helicopter ride to the hospital. The 17-year-old female died at the scene. The names of the 2 victims have not been released. Both the driver and passenger were wearing seatbelts. 3 people are alive after they had to jump off a bridge into a frozen river. They were trying to avoid being hit by a car along I-94 near the Buffalo River. Police say the crash happened around 2 a.m. when a car spun out and hit the concrete barrier and was sideways on the left lane. Another vehicle stopped and tried to help when a 3rd car heading westbound spun out and hit both vehicles. That's when the 3 people had to jump off the bridge to avoid being hit. Those people are expected to be okay. The scene is now clear and the road is reopened. The holiday just got brighter for the 2,500 or so residents of Castleton. The lone grocery store in Castleton had planned to close its doors for good on Christmas. Store owner Fred Wrangler says he decided to hire a new manager to help keep the business going while he looks for a new buyer. Wrangler Foods is struggling to compete with bigger stores in urban areas like other rural full-service grocery stores. Lawmakers are trying to find ways to keep rural grocery stores from closing.
You can't go by the pop-ups.
A Fargo man organized a group of volunteers to make sure no one was hungry or alone on Christmas. The First United Methodist Church helped feed hundreds of people. Valley News team's Joshua Piguero was there as organizers say Christmas should not be about giving, not just taking.
They're getting close. Cook them at 325.
Pat Morrison had several turkeys and hams cooking.
If we can help somebody just for an hour, it helps. And if they have a place to go.
He did most of the work on Christmas Eve.
And I put oranges in mine just to keep it juicy.
for this Christmas Day dinner.
And we are part of one large family, and this is a great way to be together.
More than 300 people went through the doors of First United Methodist Church, where all the fixings of mashed potatoes, coleslaw, pie, rolls, and coffee were available. While the majority of the people I spoke to inside had their own personal answers to what Christmas represents for them, a common theme that they did share was that Christmas means coming together and giving to others.
It's nice to get together here for a meal together with people that don't have a home or family nearby. So we just appreciate coming to this, and the hospitality here is always good.
I had nowhere to eat, and coming here was great. I mean, the food was great, the people are great. I mean, it's nice, really nice.
All the food was donated by church members who forked over cash to make sure everyone ate. Morrison says it's an honor for him to spend his Christmas cooking for others. He's been doing it for the past 3 years here.
Some churches it's a dying breed. Well, we have to change that, and this is my way to help do that. I don't, I can cook.
Morrison also set up an honor table for veterans and emergency responders. Any that came through the door for a meal on Christmas went to the front of the line. In Fargo, Joshua Piguero, Valley News Live.
First United Methodist Church in Fargo also feeds people on Wednesday nights. All you have to do is show up from 4:30 to 6:30. Fargo firefighters brought Christmas presents to kids stuck at local hospitals. This is part of a 30-year tradition for the fire department. This morning they were at Sanford. Joining them this year was the family of 13-year-old Keaton Nelson. He died last week after battling cystic fibrosis since he was a baby. As a part of Make-A-Wish, Keaton asked to be Santa and deliver Christmas gifts with the firefighters at Sanford, but sadly he died before fulfilling his wish. So his parents delivered the gifts for him.
It's just a thing that gets passed on year to year. We do it every year, so the new guys get to learn what it's like to do it, and it's something that just keeps going.
All Keaton wanted to do was just give back to kids, anybody. I mean, homeless people. He was always giving.
Some of the other places getting toys today were the YWCA and Essentia Hospital. Gangle Hospitality and the Ramada Fargo want to help families in need who might be going through difficult times this holiday season. They're offering a complimentary sleeping room to families of hospital patients tonight. You can make your reservation by directly calling the front desk and let them know you're calling to reserve a room for the holiday hospital stay. By now, many of you are probably stuffed from that big Christmas meal, but if you're looking for a place to go tonight, keep in mind North Dakota law requires bars to close from 6 p.m. Christmas Eve through Christmas Day. You've got a few options just across the river in Moorhead: Brutus Brickhouse, Buffalo Wild Wings, J.C. Chumley's, and Legends. We've got more on our website. Head over to valleynewslive.com. Later on Valley News Live at 6, why one Minnesota family's tradition is a sight to see.
And we expect the fog to stick around here in Fargo with some snow showers working in as well. Temperatures stay nearly steady there in the lower to middle 20s for us. In Grand Forks, temperatures steady around 20 with also some flurries working. We'll talk more about this snow system and a weekend snowmaker after the break.